Hello everybody, my name is Raiderhorn and I have found a wall, or potentially a sight, an optic in this game that is in need of some tuning. And how I have found this is I was in a pub match in the Chaos Mosh Pit playlist on Nuketown, and I was using the BOA 3 sight on the Shiva. And with some further testing on other weapons, I thought that it was the BOA 3 sight that's the problem, because what it does is when you target an enemy, it illuminates red. Pardon me. It illuminates red and blue for a friendly and just nothing when you're looking at plain old anything other than an enemy or a friend. But I found that on a certain wall in Nuketown, you're able to use the BOA 3 sight and pick up enemies behind the wall, and as such just shoot through the wall and get easy kills. And there's nothing that they can do to stop that, because there's nothing in this game that makes you invisible to a BOA 3 sight. Cold-blooded doesn't do anything, it only does things for thermal sight and also ground-based score streaks. Hardwired won't do anything for you either, because that's mainly for equipment and a couple counter and a couple score streaks. Blind Eye and Ghost don't do anything for optics either, so there's nothing that you can do to counter this other than something on the developer's half. They're the only ones that have control over this matter. So ever since I have found this, I personally have been using it and getting myself kills that I should not regularly get, but it's been getting me some higher streaks and a lot more kills. And people have been watching kill cams and everything like that, and they've been sending me hate mail, saying I'm trash and calling me rude names, blah blah blah, and threatening to report me to Microsoft, to Treyarch, to God knows who else. Because it really is not fair, and it's also, it could be broken. It changes the way that you can play this map. So as you can see, it's through this wall here, and when he gets to a certain depth inside the room, it's past the bed or closer to the window. I'm able to use the BOA 3 sight and pick up people through this wall and get myself some easy kills. And it starts getting really out of hand when you start pairing this with FMJ, high caliber, and even more out of hand when you start pairing this with an LMG and extended mags and FMJ. That's when it gets even more ridiculous. And I will show that it's not any other wall in this map. It doesn't. This problem does not come out. And I also have not, from recent memory and all my time I've been playing this game, I have not had this problem on any other wall in any other map. And so for this map, it's a problem because it's so small and it takes away, like, the top floor of any of the houses is such an important position in this map and for certain objective play. For search and destroy, this completely gets rid of the top floor of the house. Like, almost completely gets rid of the top floor of the house, and going up there serves no purpose anymore, because you're just going to get picked off from the other house through the wall with this BOA 3 sight. It serves no like, why would you start going up there anymore? So then the next problem is, oh, now every single person is going to start using a BOA 3 sight. And that's going to be an issue. So then, what can the developers do about this? Well, what they could potentially do is they could tweak the BOA 3 sight so that it doesn't pick up the person through this wall anymore, or they can fix the wall so that the wall is functioning as intended, which I believe it's the wall that needs to be fixed, because in a clip that I'm going to show in a couple seconds, it's really the wall that's the problem. But another thing that they could do is they could also buff or give a new ability to one of the perks, like Cold-Blooded, or Blind Eye, or something like, but probably not Blind Eye, because Blind Eye is for score streaks, but something like Cold-Blooded that now makes you invisible to the BOA 3 sight. Because there's currently nothing in the game that makes you invisible from the BOA 3 sight. Now, as you can see, I'm picking up a guy through a wall. This is ridiculous. And I've only managed to find this part in a private match. I've not found this in a public match. But I'm able to pick up a guy's name through a wall.
Time to ruin shit.
without the use of any sort of sight. And so that is the main problem here. That is where this whole exploit comes from, is this wall is not functioning as intended. However, Treyarch wants to go about fixing this. Those are several ways to go about fixing this, is either tweak the BOA 3 site or tweak the wall, which the main problem is the wall. Maybe the BOA 3 site is working as intended, and they made it so that there's no perk to counter this BOA 3 site because no matter what, where you are, the BOA 3 site will illuminate red if they get you in their crosshair. Maybe that's the way they want the BOA 3 site to work, and that's okay, I can accept that. But the problem is that I'm able to pick up people through this wall on Nuketown. That's where the main problem comes in, because then it starts changing up the way playstyles are done throughout various game modes. Like I talked about, why would you start going up in that top floor for search and destroy anymore? That doesn't make sense to do that anymore. And now you're going to start getting people using BOA 3 sites all the time. It's just going to take away how the game was meant to be played. And also, for other modes like domination, for example, this gives a huge advantage to this side of the map and taking control of that side, those flags, and just taking people down through that top floor of the house, because then people are not going to go to that top floor of that house anymore. They're going to start going to the sides of the map and through the garage or through the main ground floor door. And those are just as easily able to be controlled from spawn. Like it becomes the easiest spawn trap in the game. And so that's where this problem comes in. This is what I have found. I hope this has been informational, and I hope this does get fixed at some point. I hope Treyarch does see this video, and that they will do something about this. Thank you all, and have a nice day.